Okay, people, let's get this show on the road. Uh, I wanted to make this video. It's been kind of a long time coming, um, you know, but especially this last week, with Taz getting kicked out the manosphere and all of that. You know, they've been going through the ringer over there, you know, in the Nylah says camp. You know, they've been going through the ringer over there. See, my thing is this, and I'm gonna jump straight into it. Okay, you know, and the way I look at it is that who you choose to associate with is gonna have a big effect. You know, on a lot of things when it comes to your interactions with people, your brand, and all of those types of things. And Nylah is learning that the hard way right now. Okay, she's losing patrons. Okay, she's losing support. She's losing whatever money that she built up, with this platform. She's losing it. Okay, all because she thought it was a bright idea to have this guy Taz Exclusive or Taz Turner or whatever you want to call him, Mr. B1. And I'm not gonna call him the GOAT because he don't deserve to be called that. That nigga ain't no fucking GOAT. He was never a GOAT. Okay, but when you choose to associate with people like that, okay, and then you gonna use this guy as an attack dog. Okay, you gonna use him to go attack other YouTubers and use him to go try to strong arm people and all of that. Go cuss people out and call people bitch niggas and calling people all out they name and disrespecting other men and that type of stuff. Okay? And you sitting back and you think the shit is cute. You think the shit is cute. And it's not just Nylah that was condoning it, it was Ren too. Because I saw Ren's channel the other day or yesterday where she was talking about, well, they think Taz is disruptive and blah, blah, blah. And like, but you was condoning this shit the whole time, Ren. You was condoning this shit. Aren't you supposed to be Taz's older sister in real life or something? Why didn't you check your younger brother and try to let him know, hey, you can't keep running around carrying yourself like this. X, Y, and Z is going to happen. Why didn't you do that? I don't get it. I don't get it. But they sat up there, okay, and they let Taz run rampant, and they was using what they was doing is they was using Taz as like he was some sort of like, I guess, attack dog or something, or if anyone said anything that was dissented against what they were saying, they would call Taz out as the attack dog to come call people bitch niggas and blah 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 and for a good while they were using, what they were really doing is they was trying to use Taz to intimidate the men who were in the manosphere. Because I remember I did one hangout with Nylah. I was in one of her hangouts where I talked about the importance and the need, in the black community, to elevate black sons, and young black men. And Nyla's response was almost bone chilling. She said that, and this is a direct quote from Nylah, okay? She said that, well, we can't promote the boys like that because this is not a third world country. Okay, that's what they do in third world country. This is not a third world country. We're not going to do that. Okay, so in other words, you're saying, Nylah, that in order for a culture to elevate their sons so that their sons can grow up and be pillars in the community and stuff like that, they have to be a third world country? Yeah, those were the exact words that came out of Nyla's mouth. And I knew then, once she said that, I knew, okay, I said to myself, okay, this Nylah chick, she ain't who she says she is, because she talking all this shit. And she talking about, I got a military husband, and I got, you know what I mean? She talking all this shit. Talking about she live in the Chicago suburbs in a $500,000 house, and she's a CPA, a certified public accountant, and she got her own business, and she got her own hair salon. Come to find out, and Suge exposed it, come to find out her damn hair salon had been out of business for years. Literally for years. But even if you look at some of the videos of her in her nail salon and shit, in some of the videos, she was sitting up there with Taz in the damn video all those years ago. So she been fucking with Taz all this time. She been fucking with Taz for years and years and years. She been fucking with this nigga. Okay? And gonna try to hide it and lie about it and make pretend it's not, She been fooling with Taz ass for years. You know what I mean? She been fooling with this nigga for years. And then gonna have the nerve to try to lie about it to people. That's bone chilling. Okay, lied to all these people, got them to give her all this Patreon money and all this, putting all kind of negative energy out there. Okay, cursing people out, trying to portray. And what pissed me off, I didn't like how they tried to, a lot of people got pissed off behind this. I didn't like how they tried to portray themselves like they the standard of the community. They the standard of the motherfucking community. And everybody else needs to just, bow down to them. That was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. See, that's the kind of shit that rubbed people the wrong way. When you go out here and you want to act like and you want to pretend like you the, what you say go, and fuck everybody else, you gonna make a lot of enemies doing that. And see, what it is I don't think they anticipated, okay? I don't think Nylah and Taz and them, I don't think they really anticipated what was gonna happen, to be honest with you. I don't think they anticipated that niggas was gonna retaliate and come after them and dox them like that. I don't think they anticipated that. I just think that they thought that, or they felt that they was getting all this support. They was lying to people, it was brainwashing people. And they felt that they could brainwash enough people that even if someone did try to challenge them, whoever it was that challenged them would just be drowned out, by pretty much by their army of supporters. I think that's what they was banking on. They, I think that's what they was banking on. Okay, but boy, were they wrong. You know, because them niggas came after them with a vengeance. They came after them with a vengeance. See, you can't just shit on niggas and expect niggas to just sit back and take that shit. You can't just do that. It don't work like that. You know, the world don't work like that. You know, motherfuckers gonna get mad. Motherfuckers gonna come at you. They gonna come for you. And eventually, what's gonna happen is if you don't deal with the problem effectively, you don't address it in an effective way, it's gonna grow into something that you can't handle and control. And that's what's happening now, what you're seeing happening now with Nylah. Okay, she losing all her money. She losing everything that she worked for. This nigga Taz made her lose everything. She lost everything because she wanted to lay up with this nigga. You know, she let the nigga onto YouTube. She didn't even have to. She didn't even really have to tell people, you know, about Taz. She never had to even let Taz onto the YouTube, onto her channel and stuff. She didn't have to do that, but for whatever reason, she brought this nigga in, okay? And ever since she brought this nigga in, her whole channel unraveled. I remember there was a time when I thought Nylah was who she said she was. There was a time when I thought Nylah was telling the truth, and I thought Nylah was on point, you know. There was a time like that. And then, you know, Suge started exposing her, and I started to realize, hey, this chick got criminal record. You know, this chick isn't who she says she is. She's lying to people for money. And I became very angry, just like many other people, you know, who followed them. I became very angry. I became so angry to the point, you know, I unsubscribed. I stopped fucking with her. I stopped fucking with Taz. I stopped fucking with Ren. I stopped going to their channels and shit and fucking with them. And I left they ass the fuck alone. I left them alone. You know, and went on about my business. You know. And see, nobody appreciates being lied to. Okay, people don't appreciate being lied to. People don't appreciate being lied to. And people don't appreciate being made a fool out of. You know what I mean? People don't appreciate that shit. People hate that shit. You lie to a person, you make a fool out of a person. Okay? People gonna cut you off. And now, given all this stuff that has come out now, can't nobody ever trust them again? Can't nobody ever trust Nylah and Taz ever again? Ever. It's just not going to happen. No one is going to trust y'all again. Okay? Nylah, you're done. Taz is definitely done. Other men don't want to fuck with Taz. You know, because he get on niggas' nerves so damn bad. Think, you know, try to come into a hangout. You cannot call another grown man a bitch. You just can't do that. You can't do that. In some cities, some niggas will shoot you in your face for that shit. Kill you. For calling them a bitch. Especially out here in LA. Places like Chicago, Miami, Detroit. Okay, you call a nigga a bitch to his face? Even some niggas down in Dago. Because I know a lot of niggas down in Dago. Okay? You say the wrong thing to the wrong nigga, call the wrong nigga out his name, that nigga will murk you. You cannot do that, Taz. Well, this is how Taz was like, well, this is how we do it in my hood. I don't know what hood that is. Because I don't know of no hood that, of what niggas in it that just allow niggas disrespecting to their face like that. I don't know of no hood like that. You know? So if that shit went down like that in your hood, okay, and then, you know, that'll be the first time I've ever seen some shit like that. You know? That whole type of thing. You know? You know. But you see, Nylah surrounded herself with this guy. She let this guy come on. He let Taz come on. You know. And I guess she thought she was in the right. She thought that what she was doing was, I guess she thought it was a good thing or whatever. You know. I guess she thought it was going to be beneficial for her. You know. You know, sending Taz out to attack other people and talk shit about other people. She thought, Nylah actually thought, and she believed, she actually thought she was going to silence other people on YouTube with Taz. She thought she was going to send Taz out there and that Taz was going to create such a, you know, he was going to, you know, intimidate niggas to the point where, you know, no one would be, you know, everybody would be afraid to stand against him and her, and that they was just gonna be able to run roughshod on niggas. You know, this is what they thought. This is what they actually thought. You know, they thought they was gonna be able to run roughshod on niggas. You know, and talk shit to niggas and dominate the conversation. That's what they thought. Nylah actually thought that she was on her way to dominating the whole conversation. This is what she actually thought. This is what Nylah actually thought. She actually thought that. She thought she was on her way, her and Taz, that they was going to dominate black YouTube, and that they were going to set the tone and set the standard for what was talked about and what was approved and you know, what a legitimate black conversation was. That they thought that that's what they were going to do. They thought they were going to go and be the ones that was going to dictate everything to everybody else. And I have to imagine, I can only think of what they must be feeling now. How did that plan really go for them in the end? You know, how must they be feeling now? You know, now that their plan has fallen apart. Now that Taz Turner, the women beater, the criminal, the thug, has been kicked out of the manosphere, and other niggas don't even want to fuck with him anymore. See, I saw it coming last week. I saw the shit coming last week. I saw that. I don't know if it was an Obsidian hangout or if it was in, I think it was actually in Taz's room too. But Obsidian was sitting there dissing Taz, telling Taz, look, nigga, I'm not like you. Nigga, I'm not like a random ass nigga out there like you, doing what you do. Talking mad shit to Taz, letting Taz know that he wasn't fucking with Taz like that. Letting the nigga know, you know, that he wasn't really fucking with the nigga like that. You know, in Taz's own damn hangout. He was disrespecting Taz and dissing Taz in Taz's own damn hangout. And Taz was just sitting there and letting him do it. Taz didn't have no rebuttals to nothing Obsidian was saying. And I was like, God damn. God damn. And see, Obsidian kind of played the whole Two-Face thing, because Obsidian would do his thing where he would kind of agree with Taz and he would let Taz run his mouth. And then there would be times when Obsidian would let Taz know, nigga, you know, the leash that you want on is only so damn long, nigga. There was times when he would do that. And, I would sit and listen to that. And I would try to put two and two together in my head. And I would say to myself, what are they really doing? What is Obsidian really saying when he's saying this stuff? What is Obsidian really saying to Taz when he's saying this stuff? You know what I mean? What is he really saying to Taz? You know? And that's what I would say to myself. I said, what is he really saying to Taz? Then come to find out, a week later, they kicked his ass out the fucking manosphere. So that's what he was saying to Taz. They was plotting this shit then. The manosphere, they've been thinking about how to deal with Taz for quite some time now. This ain't really nothing new, to tell you the truth. To tell you the truth, this ain't really nothing new. They've been thinking about, okay, how do we deal with this nigga? How do we deal with this nigga? They were waiting for the right time and the right time and the right place to do it. They didn't want to be too obvious with it, because if they were too obvious with it, then the women could say, oh, well, look what they did to Taz. They're threatened by Taz. So they had to kind of play it. They kind of had to be political with it. They had to kind of play it the right way. You know what I mean? And initially, I think that there was niggas a couple of months ago who wanted to deal with him. Okay, I'll go back to when he had his first channel up. Okay, when Taz had his first channel up, and he was going from panel to panel, calling people bitch niggas, and I remember that shit. That nigga would go the whole day. I knew this. The whole day. It didn't matter what hangout was up or who was doing it. It could be the middle of the motherfucking day on a weekday, and Taz would be in the motherfucking hangout. This motherfucker going from hangout to hangout to hangout. And I'm like, what the fuck? This nigga can't possibly have a job doing this shit. Okay, and then why is it that whenever you get in a hangout, you feel the need to disrespect other black men? That right there let me know this nigga ain't got no respect for other black men. He doesn't have respect for other black men. Why is he going into black male spaces if he does not have respect for other black men? Every other black man who you disagree with, you call him a bitch nigga, and you calling him out of his name, and you letting it be known every chance you get when you get around other niggas and other black folks, you letting it be known how you truly feel by your behavior, because you cursing every nigga out. Cursing every nigga out that you come into contact with over a disagreement. That's not how you're supposed to handle disagreement. If you have a disagreement, you can debate someone. There's a lot of things you can do if you have a disagreement. You don't have to jump to calling somebody a bitch nigga. Okay, which is a highly disrespectful term. just because you have a disagreement with someone. Having a disagreement with someone is not grounds to call somebody a bitch nigga. It's just not. It's not civil discourse. It's not respectful discourse. And if you carry yourself that way, you're not going to be a respected person on here on YouTube. People going to run you the fuck up out of there. Which is exactly what has happened and what they have done. You know, they have ran Taz the hell up out of there completely. You know, and so he can't blame nobody for himself but himself. He can't blame the manosphere because the manosphere gave him the benefit of the doubt. The manosphere, they didn't do this to him right away. Y'all gotta realize, they didn't do this shit to him right away. They had to think about this shit. They had to strategize. Some strategy went into this shit. This wasn't just some shit that they did on a whim. You know, they had to think about this. They had to plot. You know, there was a lot they had to do when it came to this. You know, so this wasn't just something that was done on a whim. You know, this has been in the making for quite some time. You know, what you're seeing now is a culmination of it. Okay, now back to Nylah. Okay, Nylah, you sat up here and lied. You created a fake life for yourself. Told people you was married to some military man and you was a CPA making 6 figures, and you just exposed, you kind of exposed black women in a really bad light as well, because see, especially in this day and age, a lot of black women like to live vicariously, you know, and they like to make little fictional narratives about themselves and about who they are and their career and how much money they make and all, you know, and it's all fictional. It's not real. So they make up a whole, instead of the bitch going to school and becoming a damn CPA, okay, because she probably wanted to be a CPA. She probably couldn't because of her criminal record. That's a whole nother thing, okay? Instead of her, you know, legitimately going and getting that CPA behind her name, I'm going to go make a fake YouTube identity and call myself Nylah Says and portray myself in a completely fictional light. And that's what she did. That's what she did. That's what people do nowadays. They make fictional, fake-ass narratives. Whole bunch of fake shit. All this catfish shit. They're catfishing. Lying. Pretending that there's something that they're not. You know, pretending that what they're saying is the standard and it's fact and all this, and it's just some shit that you made up and pulled out of your ass. Of course nobody is going to respect that. Okay? Of course nobody is going to respect that. You know, and you don't have nobody to blame but yourself, Nylah. You made this shit up. You made this narrative up. You the one that did this, Nylah. Nobody else forced you to do this shit. You did this. You know what I mean? And then Nylah is the same person who she be trying to get on the white supremacy bandwagon and shit. Trying, and you know, Nylah herself is actually biracial. She's actually a biracial woman. She's half black, half Cuban. Okay, but yet she took on this narrative, this white supremacist narrative, so that she can try to capitalize off of it herself. You know, because she figures it's something she could make money off of. You know, there's people, I've been on YouTube a long time. There's people who have built their whole life on this conscious stuff. I've put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. You know, and then people like Nylah come along. You know. And they just want to monetize it for themselves. After these people didn't put all kind of blood, sweat, and tears and all kind of, you know what I mean? And then here you come along and you feel like you just gonna capitalize off of something for some money. And these people then, you know what I mean? These people then they didn't put their whole life into this stuff, some of them. Their whole life into this conscious shit. But you think it's cool to come along, you're gonna step over these people and walk over these people, and you're not even gonna pay no homage to these people. You're just gonna walk over these people and pretend like you the standard and think nothing gonna happen to you. Of course these niggas gonna be angry. Of course these niggas gonna come for y'all. Okay? You cannot, you know, of course they gonna come and try to dox y'all and you know, like what Suge did to y'all. Of course they gonna do that. Because they tried to insinuate that Suge's son, I guess, was gay or something. And Suge doxed their ass. Then Nylah and Taz ran off and pretended like they were the victim. Oh, he doxed us. He doxed us. I'm like, don't you know that's what people do on YouTube? That's why I tell these little new people that's on YouTube, I say, you be careful what you say and you be careful who you go after on here. And you be careful what you say about certain motherfuckers. Because you say the wrong thing about the wrong motherfucker will go and put your information out there. If you say so, you have to watch yourself on YouTube. There's nothing wrong with debating people and you know, having a discourse about, you know, a topic and debating about a topic. I do that all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you get to the point where you're attacking people and you're being derogatory with people and you're, you know, you letting the shit get personal, that's where you run into the problem. And you think that nothing, see what it is, they didn't think nothing was going to happen to them. They saw shit happening to other people and they said, well, it's not going to happen to me. And yes, motherfucker, it will happen to you. When you on YouTube, you are a public figure. Whether you like it or not, you making YouTube videos, you're a public figure. There's a chance that you could come under public scrutiny. See, everybody likes the AdSense money and the Patreon money and all that. It's cute and stuff when you're making money, but it's not so cute when a motherfucker decides to go out there and put your information out there. Now all of a sudden it's not so cute anymore. You know what I mean? Now all of a sudden it's a problem. You know. Now all of a sudden You know, it's an issue. You know, now it's a big problem and a big issue for you. After you done sat up here and disrespected countless people, no one is gonna feel sorry for you when you build your YouTube career off of disrespecting people. Okay, all the people Ren disrespected. Ren did the same shit. Ren call you a bitch nigga too. Ren sitting up there calling grown men bitch niggas and lying about herself. Talking about she in law enforcement. She ain't in no damn law enforcement. She wish she was in law enforcement. First of all, you out of shape, Ren. You got to go through an academy and pass a physical fitness test to be in law enforcement, Ren. You another fake ass one, Ren. You know, but y'all built y'all whole foundation on fake shit and shit that's not real and fictional shit. You know what I mean? You built a whole platform on that and thought it was gonna be. I guess she thought it was gonna. I guess Nylah thought it was gonna be. I guess she thought it was gonna stand. I guess she thought that was a solid foundation to have. I guess this is what she thought. But she thought wrong, and her shit failed. And niggas came for her. They took Taz's shit down. Once they took Taz's channel down, that should have been the first big wake up for Taz. But see, Taz ain't that smart. He's not that smart. Felons like him are not that smart. They're just not. They're just not. You know, felons are just not that smart. You know, a lot of felons, they're not intelligent people. They do silly, dumbass shit, and they keep doing the same silly shit over and over again. Thinking that there's gonna be some sort of a different result. You know. You know, but it isn't. It ends up being the same exact fucking damn, you know, result. And, you know, so he gets his channel taken down. You would have thought he would have said to himself, okay, maybe I need to stop calling niggas bitch niggas and calling niggas out their name. Maybe I need to change up, you know, switch everything up, and maybe I need to be more respectful to people, or maybe I need to, you know, this and that. You know, you would have thought, you know, he would have changed up, but he didn't. Okay, he didn't. He kept on doing what the fuck he was doing. And was acting like a victim. I saw him acting like a victim. They took my channel down. They took my channel down. Them niggas took my channel down, dog. You know what I mean? And was playing the victim the whole goddamn time. And it never occurred to him, maybe I need to switch up. Maybe I need to switch things up. Maybe I need to switch up my style. Maybe I need to... He ain't that smart. That whole crew over there, they ain't that smart. They kept doing the same dumb shit. I guess expecting a different result or whatever. I don't know what it is that they were expecting. Okay. But they kept doing the same dumb shit over and over again, man. I saw them do the same dumb shit over and over and over again, and didn't try to, didn't try to switch up. And pretty soon Taz's second channel is gonna get taken down. And what the fuck the nigga gonna say? Nigga should just go back to Facebook, because that's what he was doing anyways. He should just go back to Facebook and just do his thing on Facebook. It's, YouTube not your thing, man. Niggas, too many niggas hate you. Take your shit back to Facebook. You'd be better off if you just went back to Facebook. But the nigga seems to have not learned a single thing. So, that's just my opinion. Those who don't learn from their mistakes, they're just gonna repeat them. Okay, they're just gonna repeat it. Taz's channel being taken down, that was a monumental thing. But see, Taz, he didn't learn the lesson of his channel getting taken down. He didn't learn anything. He continued to view himself as a victim, and then the one that, look what they did to me, and he learned nothing. And then, Nylah went and tried to, delete a lot of her videos and live streams and stuff, so her stuff didn't get taken down. Her stuff was, I'll admit to you, Nylah, it was good before you let Taz on there. When you let Taz on there, you didn't know how to hide your, you didn't learn how to hide the piece of dick that you wrap yourself around with at night. You didn't, you just couldn't hide it and keep it to yourself. You just had to bring it out and show it to the world. And now you losing everything, Nylah. And you weren't even on YouTube for that damn long, Nylah. A lot of people, it's years on YouTube before they really run into trouble and try to dox them and stuff. Look at Phil. But nowadays, people coming on, they getting kicked off from jump. Because they don't know how to conduct themselves. They conduct themselves in stupid ways. In silly ass ways. Stupid people win stupid prizes. You know what I mean? And that's just a case of what we're seeing here. Silly people who are who do and say silly stuff. They win silly ass fucked up prizes. It just is what it is. And they don't seem to get that. Nylah and Taz and them, they don't seem to understand that for whatever reason. Oh man. I don't seem to get that. And Nylah got a long ass rap sheet. She got a long ass. But these people are career criminals. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ren is too. They career criminals. They've never done an honest day's work in their life. But they on here trying to talk about, you know what I mean? They on here trying to talk about the community. Come on, Taz, come on, he helped the community. Taz sleep on a mattress on the floor. Taz ain't helping nobody. How Taz gonna help a community and he's sleeping on a mattress on the floor? And I heard some niggas say, well, you shouldn't judge a man if he broke. Motherfucker, that's the problem with the black community. We letting people who have no business being at the table. You letting people don't even have their shit together at the motherfucking table and wondering why you're getting the same result in the community. You know what I mean? Wondering why you're getting the same result. Why you letting these motherfuckers at the table? You know? You know what I mean? And whatnot. You know. But, you know, one thing I've learned, especially with this YouTube shit, is some people are just, you know, they gonna do things the way they gonna do them. You know, I understand human beings learn through trial and error. Okay. But you cannot just go out here and blatantly disrespect people and expect people to take it. This has really never happened before. Even back during the Sergeant Willie Pete days. Back then, niggas was just going in on women. It wasn't really this whole thing now where niggas is trying to have dick measuring contests and all that. Back then, that wasn't the thing. Now, niggas is having dick measuring contests. Niggas is, you know what I mean? Niggas is trying to pretend like they better than this person or better than who the biggest, baddest nigga, who can talk the most shit. You know. That's the thing now. You know. That's the mindset now. You know. And people paying the consequences. You know. People paying the consequences. People getting doxxed. You know, they getting their business put out there. You know. And I can't say that I feel sorry for them because you can't try to build yourself up on other people's back and then expect sympathy. I don't understand. That's very weird to me. You know. That whole thing is just weird to me. I don't understand. I don't get that. Why do you feel like you gonna build yourself up on the backs of other people and calling other people out their name and calling them bitch niggas and hoes and fuck boys and all that and expect nothing to happen to you? You know, Nylah and Taz, you guys are just bad people. You're just a bad, shitty ass people. I could see if y'all might have had some run-in with someone and it was what it was and you just got doxxed because you got doxxed. But y'all got doxxed because y'all have a history of disrespecting many, many people. Okay, so that's why you're losing your patrons and you're losing your support and you're losing everything. Nobody want to fuck with you anymore, Nylah. I don't care how many new hangouts and shit you put up there. Don't nobody want to fuck with you. You done been exposed, Nylah. Ain't nobody trying to go in your hangouts and shit and hang out with you and Taz and y'all hangouts after y'all done disrespected all these people like that. You know what I mean? No one is fucking with y'all like that. Y'all need to go somewhere. Maybe both of y'all should delete your YouTube channels. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't see them staying on YouTube a lot longer. For what? They've lost most of their credibility, their money, and their credibility. And once you lose your credibility, you can't get a lot of that back. Once people have decided, okay, Nylah and Taz are... You guys have already put lies out there, and you stood on those lies, and then those lies got exposed. And so it's like, what do you have to stand on now? You have no solid basis to stand on anymore now. You have nothing to stand on anymore now. Nothing. You know. Yeah. You lied a little bit too much. You know. Now you don't have no credibility. Now nobody feels sorry for you. Nobody's in your corner. Nobody's on your side. They just gonna let fate handle y'all now. You know. That's just what it's gonna be with y'all now. You know. They're just gonna let fate have y'all now. It's over. It's over. It's time to delete your channels. And I think that it's a list. This should be, because in spite of all this, some good can still come of this. Nylah and Taz should be an example of what you should not do on YouTube. Okay? They should be an example of how you should not conduct yourself on YouTube. It really is just that simple. You know? They should be an example. And, you know, personally, you know, I don't really know if they really gonna learn from anything or not. I doubt it. They too stubborn and set in their ways and thinking that they're right all the time, and you know, that whole type of thing. You know, to you know, to learn. They don't want to learn. They're not interested in learning. Not everybody wants to learn, y'all. Not everybody want to learn. Some people want to stay doing the way they've been doing things. You know, you let Taz tell it, well, this is how we did it in my hood, man. This is how we did it. You bitch ass nigga. Fuck boy. You bitch ass nigga. And I'm like, you know, Taz, you was the dude everybody was probably fucking with in your hood. You was the dude everybody was beating up. Everybody was, you know, little kids was probably stealing your bike, like motherfucking Jody in the movie Baby Boy. Okay, you probably had to have other niggas come and that felt sorry for you to try to protect you and all that. But then you came on YouTube. Now you want to act like the gangster that you wish you always wish you could be, but you never were in your hood in real life. Okay. So you just end up, you know, coming on here. You do a little gangster fantasy. Okay. You cuss niggas out. You did what you did. Now you paying. Now you realize that you know what you was doing had a price tag on it. Okay. And that price tag is that now you and Nylah have lost all your credibility. They kicked you out the manosphere. They don't want to fuck with you anymore. They don't take you serious anymore. They ain't messing with you anymore. They don't want to be bothered with you anymore. They ain't fucking with you anymore. You know. And that's the reality. You know, niggas ain't fucking with you anymore. They kicking you out of shit. This is the beginning of the end for y'all. Okay, so now y'all have plenty of time to think about all the stuff that you did and the stuff that you said and all the times you tried to make other YouTubers, other black YouTubers feel small. Y'all pretended like y'all was coming to help people, and all you did was just make people feel small and make people feel less than and make them feel bad about themselves. That's all you did. You didn't help anybody. You didn't even help yourself. You can't even help yourself. Get off that mattress on the floor, Taz. You still sleep on a mattress on the floor, dude. You can't even get off that mattress on the floor. You know? But you call yourself trying to help others? You can't help anybody, Taz. You can't even help. You can't help nobody unless you can help yourself. You know, so with that being said, I'm going to close this one out. Get the likes up. Leave comments, subscribe. Peace.